Fine, let's go back to normal and let's look at the categories. The first category you have here is darken, multiply, and so on. These are the subtractive category. It means it will subtract the colors, it will darken your pixels, or it will remove the light colors or the bright colors. So, like the name says in the beginning, it will darken using whatever is beneath, and it will create new colors. This is very important group or category of modes, because this is the one that you will use to remove white backgrounds. You darken and then the white backgrounds can be removed. If I use multiply here, you notice how the colors have changed here. They became much darker. Fine, let's go to the next category. And the next category is about lightening or making it brighter. You have the add, the lighten, the screen. All of them will give you a certain intensity or more intensity in the colors, and it will lighten the colors of the source layer using, of course, the layer underneath. Now, this is what we call the additive category, and it'll give you very bright colors. And this is used to remove black background. It's very useful to remove black background or the black spots within your image or your movie. The next category is the overlay category. I like to call it like this, but actually it's called the complex category. The complex category mainly works on the gray less than 50%. So if your underlying layers do not have any gray less than 50%, the effect here might be completely nil. But overlay, and in most images and videos, we have always less than 50% gray in certain areas at least. If I apply overlay here, you notice that the whatever is less than 50% gray has been removed. It has been lightened. This is the job of the complex category. So this category is extremely useful, and the overlay itself is a very nice one that we almost always use. You can take each one of them, and we'll try them in the next lecture, but just to show you, the hard mixed is trying to, brighten all the gray areas and also brighten the less grayish area. As soon as there is less than 50% gray, it will work very fine. Cool. We go to the difference category. Actually, this is called the difference category. The difference category will make the difference. It's an algorithm where the result is the difference in colors between the source layer and the underlying layer. It is very nice, and the options that you have here will differ very much. Difference, for example, is different from divide. Notice here each one of them. So there is an algorithm here that will work, and we change completely the colors of the source layer. I will cover the stencil, and this is the category that we call the matte category. It will create a matte, like track matte, something like this, for all the layer or the layer underneath. If you use Stencil Luma, you notice here it has created some kind of a matte. We will see that in details and how to use it. So in summary, you have the subtractive category where you will subtract the colors and make them darker. Very useful to remove white backgrounds. Additive category is when you lighten the colors, and it's very useful to remove the black background. Complex category will work on the 50% or less gray and makes a lot of changes there. Difference category will give you a result where the colors that will appear on the source are the difference of the original colors of the source and the underlying one. And then we have the matte category that will act like a matte or a track matte. This one we have seen for the layers. And we will see them in details starting next lecture. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you in the next lecture.